Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Lunch and Learn Live with Laura. Please share this with folks and have them jump on to this Lunch and Learn. Grab your lunch and let's start learning. I'm just going to share this also with my peeps, so definitely help me out today. It's hard to actually do both at the same time, so if you hit the share button, you can also click on the little icon that shows a picture of like person. Click on that and you'll actually be able to invite your friends to this broadcast as well. They can also watch the replay. So say you say, oh, you know what, they're not going to be able to watch live. They can watch the replay. So definitely click on those little icons while we're live and pick your friends that you know could benefit from this. The other thing that I wanted to bring up is this tinyurl.com/gotpaintoday. So write that down so that you can also share that with your friends, and I'll explain that in more detail in a little bit. So definitely write down tinyurl.com/gotpaintoday. All right. Let me just see here. For those of you that are joining live, definitely let me know. And then one of the things that some of you have said to me is, you know, what is this all about? And I don't have pain, but I'd like to know a little bit more. So one of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you today is a sneak peek into something that I'll be sharing in more detail this evening on an actual Facebook Live class as well as a webinar. So if folks are not on Facebook, they can still participate in the webinar. So that tiny URL that I just gave you is for the full class that you can attend. It's free, so definitely grab a pen and write that down, or I'll put it in the comments on this live feed so you can have the easy button, just click it. So for now, let me just explain a little bit regarding pain. So preventing pain is probably the most important thing that we want to do, right? We want to prevent the pain that we don't want to be in. So we want to live a lifestyle that helps us prevent us from getting into pain. So if you're not in pain, this class is also for you to help you prevent yourself from dealing with pain. And there's so many types of pain. I was invited by a hospital to actually speak to doctors and nurses and hospital staff regarding the subject of pain. And I realized that I had a lot more tools in my toolbox and my tool belt than most. And I realized it's time for me to share with you some of those tools and how I use them with my children, how I've used them with my loved ones, and how I've used them with my colleagues and friends. So if you have a notebook and a pen, definitely write it down, or write some notes on your phone, because I want to give you a little sneak peek into what we're going to cover this evening, so that you get an idea of the value of this class. So one of the things that most folks say to me is, Laura, you know, when I'm in pain, I can't think straight. So it's hard for you to manage the pain successfully because you're already in pain. So it's just like if we're taught how to use the oxygen mask on the plane, right? We say, oh, I know how to use this, so if I need it, I know what kind of tools I need. So what I want to teach you today and this evening for the full class is tools that you can have in your toolbox, but you can also put in your tool belt as you need them and know how to use them. And then the other thing that I like to talk about is what type of things can we use that that don't require a prescription, right? So, you know, this is the other piece to the puzzle. A lot of times we're saying, well, what can I take that will do no harm to the body? And that's one of the things that I'm always looking for is what can I do to prevent me being in pain? And then what can I do when I am dealing with pain? So I want to just share with you a study. A study by the National Institute of Health found that over 1 out of 10 Americans experiences pain every day for 3 months. So 1 out of 10. Chronic pain isn't just an American epidemic. over 1.5 billion people worldwide suffer from chronic pain. So that's an alarming statistic, that 1 out of 10. So if you have 10 friends, one of them is in chronic pain. One of them is experiencing pain for 3 months. That's no good, right? That's no bueno. So I want to talk to you a little bit about even my own personal story. So some of you know that I have an autoimmune health challenge that I've had since I'm 17 years old. And with this challenge, I can go into what's called a flared state and be in pain constantly. And the way I describe the pain is it's if I have glass in my bladder. So shards of glass in my bladder. So that's the type of pain and the level of pain that I may experience. So that's just one example of me personally going, wow, I do have something that not everyone knows about, or not everyone knows the level of pain that I may be in, but what do I do to prevent that from happening? Or when I am in a flared state, if you will, what do I do to accomplish that? So I'll be going over that in a lot more detail this evening, and showing you from my own toolbox what I use and how I manage my pain. So the other thing that I want to talk about is like simple pain, right? Like that sounds kind of harsh, what I just described, and simple pains, right? So sometimes we have pain from working out, right? We go to the gym and we work out and our muscles are in pain. Or maybe we stayed out too late and we didn't get enough rest and our immune system is suppressed and we start to have pain in the body, right? So there's other types of pain that we experience. So like I said, when I was invited to this pain management by the doctors and nurses, I went, wow, there's so many tools I have that will help with pain. So I want to share with you one particular pain tool that I use that is very beneficial and very helpful. And it really is something that I do a lot of, and it doesn't require me to have a prescription, right? So it's a visualization tool that I actually visualize a place in nature where I am relaxed and I am peaceful. So for me personally, the beach is usually a place that I absolutely love, and to me it relaxes me. Now mind you, sometimes in my life, when we're dealing with tropical weather, the beach isn't not necessarily the place I want to visualize, right? So that's when I'll visualize like a babbling brook with a little bridge and a green grass. So think of where is your place that you like to go to that helps you relax. Okay, so write that down in your notebook. Where do you want to go to relax, right? Now, you're not going to always be able to go there. Maybe you're at work and you're in pain, right? And you're in mental pain, right? You've got a horrible boss and you're like, holy cow, talk about a pain in my neck, like mentally, right? You're like, oh, my boss is horrid. How do we get out of fight or flight, and how do we not be in that kind of pain? Maybe your boss gives you a headache, right? So we can think about that place that we love, right? So I want you to visualize that place, but then I also want you to close your eyes when you do this visualization technique and visualize yourself there. Because our body and our mind don't necessarily know the difference between reality and non-reality. And when we go to the movies and we watch a scary movie and we get scared, is that real or is that not real, right? If we cry at a movie because it was an emotional movie and the feeling that it evoked, right, is that real or not real? But yet our mind senses it. So keep that in mind and find this mind food, if you will, this brain food that will also help you get out of the stress receptors and out of fight or flight. So when you're in pain, right, you're in fight or flight. All right, so that's another tool, tip and tool, right? Those two things you can have with you no matter where you are. You can excuse yourself and go into the bathroom at work, or lock yourself in your office and close your eyes and visualize that place, okay? Now the next step I'm going to teach you is a breathing technique. So closing your eyes, visualizing that place in nature, right? And I want you to literally visualize that, right? And then I want you to breathe in through your nose and slowly out through the mouth. And as you're visualizing that place in nature, I want yourself to just relax. Relax your head, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, relax your back, relax your legs, relax your feet. Okay? And as you're visualizing that place in nature, I want you to then say to yourself, I am relaxed. I am peaceful. So you're giving yourself that mind food. So that's another tool, right? Now the next tool that I'm going to share with you is essential oils. So for example, we talk about stress. So you can use Stress Away and put that in the palm of your hand. And this particular one is by Young Living. And those I recommend that you can put on the largest organ, your skin. And then cup your nose. So as you're doing that, you're going to cup your nose and breathe it in. And that's just going to help you relax, right? So now I'm going to do another inhalation, but now I'm cupping my nose and I have the essential oil in the palm of my hand. And I'm going to breathe in. And then I'm going to exhale. Again, visualizing that place in nature. I am relaxed. I am peaceful. Right? So keep saying that and visualize that place in nature. Right? And that'll help bring down the stress receptors so that you can relax and not be tense, right? When you're dealing with some sort of challenge, right? So one of those can be you're in pain, right? So maybe you're in labor, right? That's a great example of, it's a good pain, right? Because what's going to be the end result? This beautiful baby, right? So it's a temporary pain. So that's where, having this aromatherapy, diffusing it in the air would also benefit your environment so that you can relax, okay? So I'm going to share with you another tool now that is an actual cream. So say you're in a situation where you're in pain and it's like, oh shoot, I'm in pain, right? Or, oh, I overworked out at the gym, or, oh, I stubbed my toe, or, oh, I strained a muscle or a ligament, or maybe you have dis-ease in the body and some sort of immune challenge, right? How do you get out of pain, right? So this is one of the tools that I'm going to share with you. And I'm going to have you watch a short video real quick here. And you're going to learn a little bit about this particular cream.
We've all experienced the aches and pains that come from leading active lives. Joint and muscle pain, arthritis, strains and bruises are things we all live with. Now Young Living introduces Cool Azul Pain Relief Cream, the first over-the-counter pain relief medicine that meets Young Living's high standards of purity and quality. Pain is felt when sensory neurons are activated by local irritation. This irritation generates pain signals that travel through the nervous system to our brain. The resulting pain can interfere with our daily lives by keeping us from the activities we love. Applied topically, Cool Azul Pain Relief Cream absorbs quickly to relieve pain. This unique cream combines the powers of natural menthol and wintergreen to give you lasting relief you can feel. The cream works in two ways. The first, through a mechanism called counter-irritancy. Pain signals are generated when specialized nerves, called C fibers, are activated. These fibers carry the pain signal through the nervous system to the brain. When Cool Azul Pain Relief Cream is applied, the active ingredients, methyl salicylate and menthol, quickly interact with a secondary set of nerve fibers called A-delta fibers. The signals produced from this interaction travel along the A-delta fibers until an inhibitory nerve is triggered. This mechanism disrupts the transmission of pain signals, blocking them from traveling to the brain. The second mechanism of action involves the triggering of cold-sensing TRPM8 receptors. As pain-sensing nerves are activated, an electrical signal is generated. This signal travels through the nervous system to the brain. When the Cool Azul pain relief cream is applied, the active ingredient menthol binds at the cold-sensing TRPM8 receptors. This binding event triggers the release of calcium and sodium ions, which mitigate the transmission of pain signals. These signals are replaced with the cooling sensation of menthol, and pain is relieved. Using both of these mechanisms, the plant-based formula of Cool Azul Pain Relief Cream gives you a lasting comfort that you can feel.
There we go. That's an example of some information to teach you about Cool Azul. So that's just one of my favorite tools for actual pain. So one of the comments was that Cool Azul is one of my favorite for myself and my massage clients. So, you know, that's so important. So she brings up a great point. So thank you so much, Janet. You bring up such a great, valuable point, which is that with massage therapy, that is a great tool to help folks that are in pain, right? So I'm going to bring up the next one, and I'll just share this briefly, and we'll go over this in a little bit more detail on the call tonight. So there's a lot of different massage therapy oils that we use at Young Living, and I know I personally bring mine to my massage therapist and have her use that during my treatment, right? So that it gives my treatment a much better experience, and my massage therapist has to work less hard because it melts away, you know, the tension and the knots in my muscles. So, you know, having a good therapeutic grade essential oil with you will enhance some of these modalities. So going to a massage therapist, going to a chiropractor. A lot of times we're in pain, and when we go to a chiropractor, right, when we get subluxated, all of a sudden, are we in pain anymore? No, we're not, because our spine is in alignment, our central nervous system is supported, and we're like, wow, that was a beautiful modality that I'm using that really is getting me out of pain. So many times folks will say, you know, Laura, I go to a massage therapist or I go to a chiropractor and I really want to hold the adjustment longer, or I want to adjust easier, or, you know, I want my muscles to relax. So there's a lot of other tools that we're going to cover this evening on the full webinar to explain to you a lot of these other tools that we integrate and we infuse into some of these other modalities and tools. So I really look forward to all of you being on the webinar tonight and participating in something that I truly believe will help you with quality of life tools, get you to start thinking, ooh, who do I know that could benefit from these tools? Who do I know that is in pain? Who do I know that really has, challenges that rob them of their quality of life tools, you know? And then the other thing we're going to go over this evening is how to stay out of pain, right? How to do preventative, right? So not a lot of people talk about preventative pain management. They talk about pain management, right? How to manage pain when you're in pain, but let's talk about how to prevent pain, right? So true pain management, in my mind, means how can I stay well and not get into pain, right? So there's a lot of ways that we can prevent ourselves from dealing with pain. Pain, whether it's, in the winter time, right? When we tend to get exposure to a lot more humans, right? Those types of pains, right? How can we prevent our body from breaking down? How can we also prevent the body from being in pain, right? And what can we do to enhance our lives? So I hope you'll join us on this webinar. What's nice about this webinar too, folks, is if you can't join live, say you say, I can't join this webinar or this Facebook Live, What's nice about it is you can always watch the replay. So be sure and go to tinyurl.com/gotpaintoday and register so that you'll actually receive an email with the link to the live webinar. So if you're not on Facebook, you can watch it live. What's nice about the tool I'm using is you can watch it live from your phone. So this webinar you can watch from your phone, your iPad, or your computer, or you can just listen by a telephone. So I try to give you an easy button with the tools so you can learn on the go. And then the other thing that you'll actually be is invited to a private Facebook group so you can also watch the Facebook live video, or you can watch the replay. So again, there's no concern if you can't be on the live event. Just like now, you're going to probably watch this via the replay. So let me just see a few more comments. So this is another endorsement. Janet's response was, I use Young Living massage oils because they are clean, pure, and safe. She's bringing up a great major point, which is that our skin is our largest external organ, like you heard me say before, and everything we put on the skin absorbs into our bloodstream. So you want to be sure that whatever you put on your body is pure, that truly is a clean product. And this is where, those of you that know me know I'm very fussy, and I know Janet's very fussy too and won't endorse something lightly. So I truly am confident when I put my Young Living massage oil or my Young Living essential oils on the largest organ of my skin, it's not doing any harm to the body. So we'll talk about that more in detail of ways to actually help your body detoxify itself. So that you say, ooh, for the last 20 years, I've had a favorite lotion, and now I'm learning that this lotion is filled with petrochemicals and parabens that are actually causing inflammation in my body. And that's another way that you'll learn how to switch to safer, switch to things that are doing no harm to the body, right? The other thing that you'll also learn this evening is ways to actually help clean the cell receptors so that nutrients can get into the cells and repair the body, so that if you are dealing with pain, right, you'll also be able to manage that and then get out of pain and get out of dis-ease in the body and help the body with nutrients that can regenerate cells, that can regenerate body parts. That's the thing that a lot of folks don't know. We truly can change our gene expression. And there's so many ways that we can do that. So definitely join us tonight live on Facebook or through the webinar, and go to tinyurl.com/gotpaintoday. So again, have an amazing day, everybody. And I hope that this helps you and helps someone else that's in pain and helps them with better quality of life tools. Because I never like to see people in pain, and it really hurts my heart when I see so many of you writing on Facebook saying to me, I'm in this pain, I'm in that pain. And I realized I really needed to do more of these type of classes so that you have a cornucopia of tools to pick from and put in your toolbox and your tool belt, and then pay it forward and share these tools with others. So please click the share button of this video, share this with friends that you know that could benefit from this. And again, I thank you so much for taking this lunch hour to learn a little bit more about pain prevention, pain management, right? So thanks again, everybody.